Wiscasset community to the graduation of the class of 2025. At this time, I will invite Ismael Martinez to the stage to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. away for half a year, and when I came back, I was happy to see them, really. They're full of energy, they're full of spunk, they're full of character. Some of them just give it their all, and others are quietly behind the scenes, cheering each other on. So I just want to say kudos to this class. You've come a long way. I know you're going to contribute to the world. So thank you for this little journey you've had in the past 2+ half a year. Thanks, guys. To begin our student speeches, please join me in welcoming Anna Strozier, treasurer of the class, for her speech.
Thank you, Ms. Hubert. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the graduation for the class of 2025. I want to say a big thank you to our families, friends, co-workers, coaches, Wiscasset staff, and everyone else who has helped us along the way. Many of you already know me, but for anyone that doesn't, my name is Anna Strozier, and I may not be our valedictorian, our salutatorian, or even our class president, but I am the one giving you our opening speech tonight. In Wiscasset for 12 years now, along with many of my classmates. We've been in the same classes, walked the same halls, and complained about the same teachers for 12 years now. It's hard for me to believe that it has finally come to an end. We will never see each other in the nurse's office, or otherwise known as our senior lounge, and we will never walk in late to school together again. But I'm sure we will see each other at Quick Stop or Dunkin', knowing our little town of Wiscasset. We've gone through a lot together, like the COVID years, missing out on our Boston trip in 8th grade, and losing a lot of teachers along the way. But we were pretty lucky this year to find good advisors who are always there for us. And a big shout out to Mr. Ray, our only advisor who has actually stuck with us all 4 years. Even with all the things we have been through, we have made amazing memories along the way. Like on our 7th grade trip to Chewonki when Mallory fell into the water while we were camping, and the boys thought it was the best idea to try and change outside of their tents because they're a little different. And then also in 8th grade when a bunch of us would go to the playground after school and hang out for hours until our parents forced us to go home. But some of my favorite memories we have made through high school have all been made this year. Like when we decided to drop all of our little groups and come together just as a whole grade. Like for our senior trip in Massachusetts, even though our student cabins were freezing, it was a lot of fun huddling up in the teacher cabin because it was the only one with heat. And then on our senior skip day at Damascotta Lake was one of the best days I've had in a long time. I'm glad we were all able to put aside our differences and get together one last time. Even the night of prom was great together, sitting on the deck of the Wiscasset Yacht Club, talking about our future plans and reminiscing on elementary and middle school memories. It's sad to think we won't see much of each other anymore, but it's exciting to know we are all moving on to bigger and better things. Whether that's going to college, going straight into the workforce, or simply just enjoying life. I want to say a quick couple thank yous. Thank you to both my parents for all the rides to practice, all the pep talks, and all the loving support you've given me over the years. Thank you to my brothers for being my role models and letting me follow you around school when we were younger. Thank you to my grandparents for always being there for me and spoiling me every summer growing up. And then thank you to my Aunt Dee Dee for always keeping me in good spirits and always being there for me. Now, as Ismael Martinez would say, good luck in all of your future endeavors. Thank you from the class of 2025. It is now my pleasure to introduce our next speaker, Cameron Main.
I'll admit, I originally didn't even want to give a speech. Every time I tried to think of what to say, I couldn't come up with anything that felt truly genuine to my experience here at Wiscasset. Even now, I'm not entirely sure if this is quite right, but here we are. I have felt very conflicted on what to say because of how vast the range of emotions I felt in high school has been. I felt happy, sad, stressed, and quite frankly, livid at times. Yet despite all these feelings, there's one feeling I'll never be able to shake off, and that's a genuine attachment to my class. The class of 2025 is a lot. I think we all know that. But even with how much of a handful or headache we can be and have been these past 12 years, when I think about graduating, I can't help but feel like I'm losing something really significant to me. I've woken up many mornings dreading going to school, partially due to my own procrastination, but I found that a lot of days ended up being really enjoyable by the end. Even though you've done a lot for me to handle at times, you all mean a lot to me, which I can't help but cherish. I wish you all the best in your futures and appreciate all you've allowed me to feel in these years put together. Good or bad, it's all been very meaningful to me. So, thank you. I'd like to now invite our principal, Sarah Hubert, to the stage.
All right, I have a couple of recognitions to present during our graduation. Tonight I am presenting the MPA Principal's Award to a student who should be recognized for her academic achievement and citizenship. Throughout her years at Wiscasset Middle High School, Danica Osmond has distinguished herself in the classroom, in clubs, in co-curricular activities, and as a leader in the school and the community. Danica is a positive and influential student for her class as well as for the WMHS community. She's a leader in our student council and a voice for the students on the Wiscasset School Committee. Her leadership on the math team has created more involvement for underclassmen, which led to a third-place finish in the East-West Conference State Meet in March. WMHS is proud of Danica for her hard work and her dedication that she has contributed to her school and with her peers. On behalf of myself and the WMHS staff, Danica, congratulations. Charitable Society Scholarship, and those are both going to Michael Graham, who will be attending SMCC next year for culinary arts. All right, to continue our student speeches, please join me in welcoming Ismael Martinez.
Hello everyone. As many of you know, my name is Ismael Martinez, and I am the habitual B student who was selected to come up here and give a speech on graduation night, so I must have some redeeming quality. I'd like to start off by saying we're here, guys, and it feels amazing to be part of this class 2025 that's graduating here at Wiscasset Middle High School. I'm sure it felt like a long road for some of you. I'm now going to move on to some brutal honesty. We all hear the negativity and gossip that surrounds our school, community, and town. And I'd like to acknowledge the fact that I feel that this negativity seems to discount the fact that we are talking about real people when we bring up this negativity, and that these real people are good-hearted people at that. I'm going to highlight some of the acts that these good-hearted people have done. In my time here, I can recall Mr. Hammond extending further math lessons to me when I'd excel in his regular classes. I can recall Mrs. Frazier and her structured lesson plans that would be planned to a T, where she had reasonable but high expectations. I remember the thoughtful and engaging field trips Mr. Kyle would bring us on consistently since he came to our school. The help that these teachers brought us outside of the classroom, day in and day out. They think of us after school hours every day. And the amazing maintenance workers we have here, and the lunch ladies, the nurses, or the nurse. And I've also had the opportunity to meet people that live halfway across the world from me. There have been so many opportunities I have found here at Wiscasset, and to everybody who made these memories possible, I thank you deeply. You have impacted me in a significant and fundamental way. We are now finally on the other side of the bridge. We have completed high school, and for the first time can look back at it. And looking back at it, some of my peers may not have learned the lesson yet from high school. They'll learn this lesson many years down the line. For some of us, including me, I learned this lesson midway through high school. A few months ago, I learned I should have tried harder. And some of these kids, some of these graduates rather, will already got all the tools they need from high school to go on to further education, and they got everything they need from high school. No matter what, a lesson is learned from high school, and it is an extremely important lesson. I would now like to focus on the future and extend some words of wisdom. We are all headed on various paths, whether that be the workforce, military, college, or otherwise. And the one thing that I can guarantee on all of those paths is that you will face adversity. And everyone in the audience already knows this. But something I'd like you all to remember is you always have somebody to fall back on. Whether that be me, one of my peers here, a mentor down the line, a teacher, professor, officer. You are never alone, and do not feel alone. Do not isolate yourself, or that's a recipe for failure. I'd like to go further and extend more wisdom, as I would like to pull from my senior quote in Roman philosophy, a quote Epictetus. We should thank the gods that we can survive what we cannot control, and are only responsible for what we can. When you feel overwhelmed, always remember you are strong enough to survive what you were unable to control, and there should be some sense of peace within that. Hopefully we can all hold some of this wisdom within us, even if it is subconsciously. As my speech in this ceremony come to a close, I would like to thank everybody that has made this possible once again. I can't thank you enough. Class of 2025, it is time to move on. Let us all be exceptional. I'm bringing our class president, Michaela Bush, on the stage now.
Hello everyone, faculty, family, friends, and of course my fellow graduates. For those who might not know me, I am Michaela Bush, the senior class president and student council president. I entered WMHS in 8th grade, and I had the honor of playing softball and basketball during all 4 years of high school. I didn't grow up with all of you, but during these past few years, I've had the privilege of getting to know so many of you. Even though I didn't have the same childhood memories or elementary school stories, I found true friends here, people who welcomed me, stood by me, and made me feel like I truly belonged. From cheering each other on in the stands to sharing late night laughs and deep talks that got us through the tough times, I've learned that friendship isn't always about how long you've known someone, it's about how deeply you care and show up for each other. I've seen that in every one of you, and I am so grateful to have shared these years with you. We have spent a long time dreaming about this moment, about the day we'd stand here together, ready to walk across this stage and get our diplomas, and now it's finally here. I have to admit, it's a little scary. We're about to leave the comfort and the routine we've known for years, step out into the real world. Some of us will become Yukon Huskies, SNCC Seawolves, CMCC Mustangs, EMCC Golden Eagles, Eastern Carolina Pirates, Wellesley Blues, and UMaine Black Bears. Try saying that 5 times. Some of us have jobs lined up, and some of us are still figuring it out, and that's okay. What's even harder to think about is that some of us might never see each other again. Friendships that felt like they'd last forever might drift apart, but others will grow even stronger. We're all heading in our own directions, and that can feel overwhelming. I know a lot of graduation speeches talk about waiting for the next best thing to happen, waiting for college to start, waiting for the perfect job, waiting for everything to fall perfectly in place. But here's what I've learned from moving around and adapting to new places and new schools. If you keep waiting for the right thing or the right time, you might be waiting forever. We don't need to wait for life to hand us happiness. We can create it ourselves by doing what we love, by showing up for people who matter, and by taking chances. Even if we're not sure how things will turn out. Because sometimes things don't go the way we want them to, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't try. It doesn't mean we shouldn't leave when our heart tells us to. We can't let fear or uncertainty hold us back. We can't keep waiting around for someone to tell us it's finally time to be happy. We're already here. This is it, this moment, right now. Before I finish, I want to say how grateful I am for my family. my dad, my mom, my step-parents. Thank you for your love, your support, and your constant encouragement. You've been my biggest cheerleaders, and I couldn't have done this without you. I also want to mention my little sister who will be in high school 1 year from now. I know she looks up to me. I hope she thinks that I've been a good role model. I want her to know how proud I am of her and how much I believe in everything she's going to accomplish. Take care of her because I know she's going to do amazing things for this school, and I can't wait to see her shine even brighter. I can't forget about my little brother who lives in New York. He's about to start his sophomore year of high school. He's here in the crowd today. I hope he knows how much I love him and how proud I am of him, even from afar. He's shown me how strong and determined he is, and I know he'll keep growing and becoming an even better person. I hope I've been a good example for him too. Just like I believe in them, I believe in all of you. No matter where we go from here, we will always be Wolverines at heart. Congratulations, class of 2025. Let's go make some new memories without waiting. Okay, now, as we prepare for the moment we've all been waiting for, the presentation of our diplomas, I'd like to take a moment to those who have guided and supported us along the way. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Kimberly Anderson, Superintendent of Schools, Jason Putnam, Chair of Wiscasset School Committee, Sarah Hubert, Principal, Wyatt Ray, a Class Advisor, and Brendan Rogers, Assistant Principal and Athletic Director.
Riley Ballard. Riley will be holding the socks for next year. Tiffany Loyola. Tiffany will be planning to go to vet medicine. Jordan Velez Saylor. Jordan is planning to study interior design. Mallory Faith Roy. Mallory will be attending Eastern Carolina University. Blaze Doobie. Those who enter the grades. Gabe Simpson. They will be working in carpentry next year. Henry Putnam. Henry will be attending UNCC for woodworking and cabinetry. Jared Loyola. Jared will be entering the workforce. Owen St. Pierre. Owen will be entering the workforce.
Yeah, Owen?
Caden Daniel McInnes. Caden will be continuing his education and working in our local community. Brianna Lynn Farron. Brianna will be at SMCC for Art, Science, and Radiology. Anna Olivia Strozer. And will be entering the workforce before starting her career in radiology. Olivia Quinn Warlick. Caitlin LaHaye. Caitlin is starting her career in cosmetology. Michaela Bush. Michaela will be attending UConn, majoring in political science. Dominique Waite. Dominique will start working as an electrician. Emmett Luke. Alex Richard. Connor Michael Houston. Connor will be starting work at construction. Javar Garrix. Javar will be starting field as electrician. Zachary Littlefield. Zachary will be starting a career in public service. Madison Terrence. Alexa Michelle Eaton. Michelle is attending CMCC, the Childhood Development. Cassidy Burton. Cassidy is continuing her workforce as the assistant manager. Angelina Petrada. She'll be working in welding in South Portland. Sarah Sprout. Sarah will be attending SMCC for wet medicine. Danica Osmond. Danica will be attending Wesley College for biochemistry. Cameron James Mann. Cameron will be attending UMaine for engineering. Xander Puderball. Ismael Martinez. Ismael will be heading to the Maine Army National Guard and studying electrical technology at UCC. Tucker Davenport. Tucker will be starting as an electrician at Stewart Electrical. Michael Mason Gray. Mason will be out of the workforce in Michael Graham. Michael will be attending SCTC. Landon Gay. Landon will be Education Plebit.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Allison Graham, and I'm a high school teacher here at Wiscasset High. So this isn't really a speech, it's more of something I just need to say to these guys. So, all right. I'm very proud of you, first of all. What a unique opportunity to truly grow up together. Never again will you have this experience. I hope you're able to realize the power of this, of knowing each other from childhood through young adulthood. No group of people will ever know you this way again. In comparison to your classmates, I have known you a short time. But in these short 3 years, I have learned so very much from you all. You have taught me about Maine culture, school traditions, what it's like to be young these days. Most importantly, you've helped me learn about myself and become a better teacher. I am forever grateful. Our time together is one of those unique, no-repeat experiences. My only regret is not recognizing it sooner. So the lesson is, surround yourselves with good people, be present in the moment, because you never know who you meet and how they will enhance your lives. And if you forget, you can always come home and we will remind you. Congratulations, class of 2025.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, now is the time. Please give a warm welcome. And I present you the class of 2025.